We have major news. A unanimous ruling has been reached in Knife Rights versus Bonta. This is the case that dealt with basically possession of switchblades. So there was a law prohibiting the concealed carry of switchblades. I know that's crazy that there was a law about that, and that seems like insane because, you can have a pistol in your back. Like, it's ridiculous. But the state of California, in its infinite wisdom, decided to ban switchblades. And so the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals decided unanimously that this was constitutional. Yeah, it was a facial challenge. It's kind of nerdy, but this is insane. I'm going to get to all that in just a second. If you're new here, subscribe down below, and let's get into it. Yeah, so this is crazy. This is absolutely, utterly insane, right? The concealed carry of switchblades is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. Okay, the first point, obviously, and this is not a Second Amendment point. This is not a legal point. This is just like a logic point, okay? Switchblades? Like, what are we doing here? Switchblades. We're banning switchblades now? Like, seriously, we're banning switchblades. Okay, come on, guys. From a dangerous weapons perspective, switchblades are pretty low on the list. Like, if you want to ban switchblades that, I don't know, accidentally open in your pocket or something like that, from like a consumer safety perspective, I have no problem with that. It's the same thing as like banning like a defective gun. If you want to ban defective guns, ban defective guns. Like, I'm totally okay with you banning weapons that are not functional. That's no problem for me, right? It's the same like banning computers that you sell to me and they don't work. Like, that's fine. No problem with that. But that's like the only argument I can think of. Everything else, like, come on. Seriously? We're doing this still? Seriously. It's like the suppressor thing. Like, I get it. Switchblades are scary. They make a nice sound, whatever. But they have, first of all, serious practical application. Like, there's very useful things you can do with a switchblade. And second of all, like, what are we talking about? It's like a crowbar. It's like banning a crowbar. Like a switchblade, like, especially like a little one. Like this is illegal for me to carry in my pocket. Like, come on. It's insane, right? I've lived in the UK, and we have all sorts of rules like this, and it gets to a point. Like, you need. I went to Clarkson's Farm, right, in London, or not in London, the Cotswolds. It's a bit outside of London. A couple weeks ago, just visiting with my girlfriend. If you've seen the show, you know how great it is. But I went to his farm, right, and we went to the farm shop. We went to the gift shop, and there were steak knives, and they're nice looking steak knives. And we were thinking about buying a set. They ID'd me. And they put it in like a special container so that basically the police would know, like, they just bought this and we had to carry a receipt on it. I got ID'd buying steak knives. Like, what are we gonna do now? Like, you have to buy safety scissors? Like, seriously, that's where this goes. Because obviously, this is what happened in the UK, where they use acid attacks, they use screwdrivers, they use all sorts of insane weapons. There's no shortage of ways of killing people. You have cars. Like, I have a metal water bottle sitting right there. Like, if I bang you over the head with that, it's a big ass metal water bottle, right? It's a 2-gallon bottle, or I guess a 1-gallon bottle. You'd be in a pretty bad way, right? You'd be in a pretty bad way. It's the same thing, right? Because, okay, now you ban knives. Okay, so we still have kitchen knives, so we used kitchen knives. You ban those. Okay, now we have steak knives. You use that, ban those. Okay, and now we can, break scissors in half. And it's like people in jail get this stuff. If you can't stop people in jail from stabbing each other, how are you going to stop people in, like, I don't know, the real world from doing it? You're not. This is a joke nonsense law. It's absolutely insane. You might notice, by the way, and this is me pivoting to the actual case, you might notice I'm not like that upset or that angry as to why they ruled against the Second Amendment challenge here. And the reason is, I think it's terrible. It's a terrible decision. I think it's blatantly unconstitutional. But this was a facial challenge. So there's different types of challenges you can do. This was a facial challenge, meaning that the plaintiffs alleged that this law is illegal in all applications to everyone. The obvious thing they probably should have done here is just done an as-applied challenge, which means it as applied to them, and that's a good precedent for other people in similar situations. And realistically, that would cover everyone in the class here. But somehow, and I'll read some excerpts from the case summary. Somehow they decided that banning switchblades is constitutionally protected. Craziness, but I see a little bit why we got to this. Not that it's right at all, but it makes a little bit of sense, like, legally, why this would have happened, even though it's an absurd conclusion. I'm just going to read 2 paragraphs from the case summary because I think they're just hilarious. I'll go from here. While California's switchblade regulations prohibit a wide range of conduct, the panel focused on California Penal Code 21510B, which prohibits the concealed carrying of switchblade knives in public. It's just such a joke to me. I cannot take this stuff seriously. The panel did not express any view on whether the regulation of any of the other conduct prohibited by California's switchblade regulation is constitutional. That makes sense. And then from the last paragraph, acknowledging uncertainties in Bruin's methodological framework, the panel stated that their holding is narrow. Plaintiff's facial challenge fails because they cannot establish that California's switchblade regulations are unconstitutional in every one of their applications. This means that if they had done an as-applied challenge, they probably would have won. Again, this is ridiculous. This is like an absurd level. Like, we are getting to, like, do you have a license, I don't know, for like your air freshener? Like, do you have a license for that pen? Like, seriously, we do a license for pens, right? I actually have a fountain pen right here. Pretty sharp on the end, you know? You could stab someone with this. Do I need a license for that? I don't know. Maybe. Like, if we're banning the concealed carry of switchblades, like, kind of anything that's like mildly sharp, is completely up for grabs. Like, you can make a knife out of ice. Like, should we ban ice? It's so utterly ridiculous that it sounds like I'm just like saying random stuff. And that's because I am. It is so ridiculous that like a 4-year-old can figure out why this is insane. We have a lot of problems in the US. We have a lot of problems. And for some reason, California decided to ban switchblades. That was on their list of priorities. In California. Seriously? In California? I get it from the anti-gun perspective to some degree why they want to ban, I don't know, assault weapons. They do look really scary. They're big and scary, and if you don't know anything about guns, you know, maybe that terrifies you. You never shot one, seems scary, you know, whatever. You think it's fully automatic, whatever. You're an idiot, that's what you think. But switchblades, come on, switchblades? At some point, I have to wonder what the strategy is behind a regulation like this. Because it can't be public safety. I mean, it really can't be. And it can't even, in this case, be a political win. Normally, the reason they do these regulations is like then they can say to their constituents, you know, the anti-gun constituents, like, we did something, we got a win for you. That's not the case here. This doesn't even, like, piss off gun owners. It's just, like, stupid. Like, money, the other regulations, the other thing is because they hate you and they want to make your life harder. Like the Virginia stuff. It's a classic example of that. This isn't that. This is just like, seriously, I know I'm spending a lot of time roasting them, but it's like, seriously, this is what you focus on? Banning switchblades? Really? It's astounding to me. It is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But anyway, I'm not going to go on too much longer about their banning switchblades. This is big news. Like, it really is. I'm surprised they lost. I actually thought it was facially unconstitutional, but it's California. What do you expect? Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you're new here, please subscribe down below. This is like an infringement on our rights, but I just can't take it seriously enough to really be that mad about it. I don't know. Usually I get all heated and sometimes I get kind of shouty, right? This just is too weird for me to bother with. But anyway, hope you did enjoy the video down below. If you did, please subscribe down below if you're new. Yeah, sorry about this quality of this video. It was very bad. It's usually better. Anyway, hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.